Hey everyone, Brian here from Vintage Classic Specialist. Happy Monday to everyone. It is time for another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist, our daily show here where we talk about our progress in our little VW restoration shop here in Orange, California. So pretty much today, Jacob and I worked on the 64 Sea Blue Beetle here, and Rafa worked on the very bright Ravana Green 74 Beetle. So why don't we start with that one? So as you can see, the deck lid is on, so that's new. That happened today. And looking very good here. He put the script on it and everything. And the spring is on it, all that good stuff. So yeah, this car is really starting to look like something here. By the way, somebody asked about this bezel here on these lights, and Rafa and I actually talked about it too, in light of somebody asking about it, because it looks like it should be black like everything else on this car. However, I did pull up an original sales ad for the Love Bugs, which this is a special edition known as a Love Bug, and it shows them as silver. So we are going to leave them silver, even though they kind of look like they should be black. Literally, like every other piece of trim on this car is black, but that's how they were, so I think we're going to leave them. It's actually correct. So let's see here. What else happened today? Another big thing that happened here today is it got its eyeballs. Look at that. So again, we got a set of headlight buckets late last week. The ones that came with the car didn't match and were in pretty poor shape. So we got a good used pair, pulled them all apart, restored them, and then Rafa put those back together today, and then assembled them with the headlights, wired the headlights up, and then the beautiful powder-coated semi-gloss black rims went on them. So yeah, it's looking, every piece we add to this car, it just keeps looking better and better. Just love this car with this bright yellow contrasted with the black all over it. It's just nuts. So other than that, just some little things here. So we're not going to plumb in all this stuff for this charcoal canister system. It doesn't really do much of anything. I'm sure it probably stopped working long ago as far as, actually being effective. I'm sure these charcoal canisters, I would think, like wear out over time or whatever. But cosmetically, it is there, and so we had the cover for it, powder coated and stuff like that, and went ahead and installed it, and we'll run the hoses to it so it looks like it's complete and so on and so forth. But yeah, cosmetically it's there, and it looks kind of cool, I guess. Late model stuff. And then I think Rafa also restored and painted those pieces that you see there for the gas filler. So that stuff's all ready to go. And another big thing here you see is it does have a steering column in it now. If you follow the show, you know that on Saturday I put the front suspension on and got it mostly assembled, including the steering box and so on. And so Rafa went ahead today and dug out the steering column and started putting it on. So the tube for it is right here, which we had Rene paint. And then the other parts, like the stock, were let's see here. Here it is. So the turn signal stock itself is right here. So what we did on that was the black paint on it was kind of wore out in some areas. So Rene went and touched up the black paint. You can see where your fingers would rub on it over time. Touched those areas up and then sprayed automotive grade, very hard clear coat over it to preserve it from there. And so yeah, luckily, if I can get this thing to focus, luckily the indicator markings on it are in really, really good shape. It looks like the end of the H is a little bit wore out there, but yeah, in pretty remarkable shape actually. So yeah, that was how we approached that as far as restoring it. Touch up the paint and then clear coat the whole thing. Came out awesome. And then there's a bunch of plastic pieces that, kind of go around this. Those Not sure what's going on with those. I think Rene was going to clean those up and maybe clear coat. I'm not sure. Well, maybe find out tomorrow and let you guys know. But yeah, and then likewise, the steering wheel is in really good shape, but did unfortunately have some cracks in it, which we are repairing. And then I think we're going to probably go ahead and repaint the whole steering wheel like we do. And then again, clear coat it with automotive grade clear coat, which is super hard and durable. So it's going to look brand new or perhaps better than new. So that is pretty much sums up what happened on the Ravana Green 74 Love Bug today. So kind of big day for it. Getting its deck lid and its headlights really starting to look like a car here. Okay, so how about this guy? So the Sea Blue 64, both Jacob and I worked on this one today. And as you can see, I'll start with what Jacob did. Jacob went ahead and wired in and installed both the front and rear turn indicators. These need to be cleaned up a little bit, but they're actually in really good shape. So we'll clean those up and they'll look amazing. And yeah, the lenses, you can see these original Hell lenses just in really pretty amazing shape. So yeah, reusing as much of that stuff as possible here. Yeah, I should have had him go ahead and hit these with some steel wool before we put them on, but we'll see. I think even just with your t-shirt, they're actually going to look pretty good. So yeah, anyway, we'll clean those up a little bit. We'll get some more shine out of them. And then likewise, went ahead and assembled the rear tail lights and wired those in. And so those are all done now. We went ahead and swapped the bulbs out to 12 volt bulbs because I'm 99% sure we're going to convert this car to 12 volts. And we're putting like a bigger motor in it and stuff like that. So at that point, it doesn't necessarily make sense to stay 6 volts, but we'll see. I don't know. I gotta run some options by the owner here as far as the motor and the combo and stuff that we end up putting in here. One idea is just kicking around with Jacob is more of like an old school motor, even staying with the 40 horse case and punching it out and doing some cool old school stuff to it. I don't know. We'll see. So that's a discussion I need to have with the owner though and see what his preferences are. But we do have options, which is always a good thing. So anyway, that was pretty much what Jacob did. He did actually, no, I take it back. He also cleaned a bunch of parts for this car. So the rear drum components, so the backing plates and the levers for the e-brake and stuff like that, had him go ahead and clean those up and sandblast them and clear coat them. Likewise, the rear bearing retainer caps, same thing on those, blasted and clear coated those. And then he cleaned a bunch of other parts to get them ready for powder coating, like the rear drums and stuff like that. And let's see what else. The starter, which we may or may not use because it is 6 volts. So if we convert the car to 12 volt, then we'll probably not use that starter. But anyway, he went ahead and cleaned the starter up, blasted it, and painted it. So either way, it's really nice now. Okay, so I think that was what Jacob did. What I did is I worked on the windows today. And on early cars, putting the doors together is actually a much bigger pain in the butt than it is on later cars. And the main reason for that is that on early cars, you've got the vent window itself. So that's, this part here. And then the hinge actually goes through the seal and attaches to the door up inside there. And then likewise, the sort of hinge pin on the bottom goes through the door that way. So, and then the seal goes directly onto the door. So on later ones, like here, we can look at this 67 here. So on 65 and up cars, the seal is actually part of an outer frame for the vent window that you kind of assemble all that off the car. And then when it comes time to put it in the car, you just kind of like shove the whole thing in there and you're basically like done with the vent window. But yeah, on these early ones, you got to put the seal into the body, which itself is kind of hard to do. and you get it around all the way up to about here, and then you got to stick the hinge through a slit in the seal and get 2 screws up into the door in there, and then from there you've got to continue putting the seal up around here to where it stops. So it's just kind of a tedious procedure. So that's one of the, I guess, I don't know, to me, one of the few things that Volkswagen actually made easier to put together on later cars versus earlier cars is the fact that the whole vent wing assembly is kind of like a sub-assembly that you just like shove into the door on later cars. But anyway, so got those in on both sides, and then likewise put the felt channel and the weather strip for the vent wing on the divider bar here, put those in. The outer trim, which of course has the outer scraper as part of it, put that in. So pretty much got the doors ready for the last bits here, which are the inner scrapers, and then the windows and regulators themselves will be pretty much the last thing to go in. So I did take the regulators off the windows and cleaned them. They were in fairly amazing condition, so really just a matter of like cleaning them up, getting rid of the 60 or whatever year old grease, and then re-greasing them and so on, and putting them back on the windows. So yeah, pretty much tomorrow I just need to put in the inner scrapers and then put the regulators in, and that should be about it. The other thing that I did today was just dropped my phone. Sorry about that, guys. The other thing was the actual strikers were pretty gross, so I went ahead and pulled those out and sandblasted and clear coated them. And then the seals right here were very crusty and can't imagine would actually have sealed anything. And then the seals for the dome light switches themselves were just missing completely. So yeah, put in the new seals, restored the strikers, and put them back in. So some little things like that here while I'm kind of working on the doors. It made sense to go ahead and do those. And then the last thing was to put in the door to body seal. And I'll say this now, and I say it every time we put these in. If anyone's putting a car together, buy the Brazilian seals. They work amazing. They're nice and squishy, and you can actually close your door. The German ones are as hard as rocks, and they will fight you every step of the way as far as being able to like close your doors. So do yourself a favor, buy Brazilian door seals. So that is it for myself and for Jacob and Rafa for today. So Rene, actually, we decided to go ahead because we were having a hard time getting a deck lid for the Krusty Ghia. So we went ahead and used the original one, which was rotted out sort of on its bottom corners. And so he went ahead and just chopped the metal out and started repairing them, those areas rather. So yeah, we are going to use the original deck lid on the Krusty Ghia. And so Rene spent a good portion of the day today working on that. The other thing he did was he did go ahead and reinstall the fenders. I forgot to mention that earlier. So yeah, Rene put those on first thing this morning after having undercoated them on Saturday. And Santiago was actually helping one of the other shops out a little bit today, so he didn't really do much for us today. But tomorrow I should have the front rubber mat that goes up against the firewall there, and so he can finish the carpet kit for this car. So guys, that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.